Welcome to Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel. This video is the March 2023 channel update. This is being filmed on the 15th and it'll go live on the 16th. So, anyway, as far as motorsports go, I really don't know if anything new that I could, or that's, coming up that I'd be able to film for you guys, but I have done quite a bit of filming since February 2023. 2023 update in February. I have done a fair amount of filming since that video was released. There were 2 different days of ice racing, and those videos have started going up, and there's 4 more that I counted that I have to put up from the first day, and then the second day I was able to get 4 of them, so 8 total videos of ice racing that I haven't posted yet. And then, if some of you guys might remember in the January 2023 video, I mentioned that there was a autocross race that was scheduled for the same day as one of the ice races. It turns out that autocross had to get pushed back by a week because there's too much weight shit for the guys to deal with. They couldn't. There's no way they could got the track cleaned off in time. So they ended up pushing that out by a week. So rather than the last weekend in February, they did it the first weekend in March, which in the end opened the door for me to get some videos. So there were a few races that happened before I got there, but I still got quite a few videos that I didn't really try to count them as far as how many there are altogether. The first one will go up this coming Saturday, and then I'll bring those videos into the mix as I can, until they're up. And then this past weekend there was a national snowcross race, and I was able to get videos of all of the final races there, so I put one sneak peek short video up already with that, and then there's one more sneak video that's gonna go up this coming Sunday, and then after that I'll start bringing those videos into the mix as well. So plenty of motorsports coming. Plenty of motorsports content coming. Then on the farming front, there isn't a huge amount going on just yet, because as you may have noticed or might be noticing in the distance here, the fields are all covered in white shit. So still can't do nothing there. What we really should have as far as weather goes is this nice string of 50 or 60 degree days and get all this white shit melted, you know, along with sun, you know, and then start getting things thawed out, dried out, and whatnot, and then we could, and then that would get us that much closer to getting started with field work. But however, there are good things coming here. You know, I mean, not sure how soon just yet, but I did take some time a couple days or so ago to get this pen ready to, you know, I mean, it's enough areas are cleared out here to where it could house another smaller group of cattle. If I'm able to come across something at at a reasonable cost and so forth. And then, as long as I'm talking about cattle, as I come down to where the current group is, we have begun turning some of them into freezer meat. So I have one less animal in the pen because of that than what there would have been in the previous videos. And then we'll be doing another one the end of the week here, and then one, you know, a couple weeks after. So by the time you guys see the April 2023 video, you know, we will have turned as many into freezer meat ourselves as we were able to find demand for, and then possibly the rest of the group may also be gone at that point as well, because whatever we're not able to turn into freezer meat ourselves will go to a live market, which, you know, that could possibly happen before the time comes where the April 2023 update video comes out. So and then here with this grain bin, I'm not 100% sure just yet as to when this will happen, but probably sometime this summer. But there'll be probably a few guys coming out, and and they are going to equip this grain bin so that I can get up to the roof of it safely, and you know, not have the risk of falling off the ladder. You gotta watch what you're doing with two real arms for one thing, and then to have one real arm and one artificial arm, does not help that. So like I said, it'll probably be sometime this summer where there'll be some guys out here equipping that bin, so to make sure that I'm able to get up safely. But like I say, one for sure that'll happen. I don't know an exact day just yet, but probably sometime this summer though. Cause I told him I wanted that work done before harvest comes around, and I need to put corn in there again. And one thing that they want is make sure that the inside of the bin is clean and not have any amount of corn in there. So getting a smaller group of cattle to put in this pen would be one way of making that happen. Or worst case, if we had to, we could, empty it out of the bin onto gravity wagons, and then grind feed out of the gravity wagons, if we had to do that. And I know, some may say, well, corn's worth $6 a bushel. Why would you want to feed cattle? It's like, and which, in a normal year, there would be a point there, and in which I certainly would not want to spend that kind of money to feed cattle. But the corn's at home, and fertilizer is still pretty ridiculously priced. So pretty much with the price that fertilizer was this past year, it would almost be like getting half of the money getting half or less of the money than what you physically are, just because the fertilizer's way up there in price. Whereas if it weren't for that, then yeah, it would be worth looking at marketing the corn rather than putting it through cattle. But the corn's sitting here at home, and then with not really being able to make any money by selling it, then that's where you're more likely to make a little bit of money feeding it to cattle, as long as you're able to play the cards the right way, versus selling that corn and not making anything on it. So yeah, that's one of those things where when you're involved with both, that is one thing you have to weigh out. I mean, for somebody that would have to pay that kind of money for corn, you know, you might not want to feed cattle then, you know, when you have to spend that amount of money to buy the corn for them. And the hay's another thing to look at too, you know, which, you know, if you'd have to pay a premium price for hay, then there again, you know, may not be worth having the cattle then. But there again, I've got hay at home that I can give them, and there doesn't really seem to be enough of a market for hay this year to make it worth getting rid of it right now. You know, 'cause I've certainly tried to peddle some of my hay throughout the winter and haven't moved a single bale, so you know, it's you'd think that there'd be a lot more of a demand than there seems to be, so yeah, given those things, you know, I would not be able to, or I would not be afraid to feed a smaller group of cattle throughout the summer, you know, given what I just talked about there. So if I'm able to, you know, get them bought at a reasonable enough cost, so hopefully that happens, you know, and then it would be nice if it would happen. Let's just put it that way. You'll know in the April 2023 update, you know, whether I was able to make that happen or not. So plenty of motorsports content coming, as I talked about at the beginning. You know, it's ice racing, autocross racing, snowcross racing, and then you guys will see throughout the next month or better here. And then once Mother Nature cooperates with us a little bit more, then, you know, be able to get going with farming and, you know, start getting stuff ready and start getting some farming content out there for you guys, in which I did not mention yet. I'm doing this video with the camera I've always had. You know, we pretty much determined that the camera that I used in the February 2023 update video, you know, it got a little heavy, and then, well, not, you know, not like I would try to take you to the ground or anything, but, you know, it's heavy enough, and then probably caused my tremors to act up a little bit more. So, you know, so that camera we determined was not necessarily suitable for this type of video. So I'm doing this one with the camera I've always had, so. But I hope to still be able to do some filming with that camera yet. And look for a situation where we can stabilize things a little bit more, and then there might be a difference between, you know, videos with that one versus the quality of video that in some cases that where this one's done. So, and the nice thing about having more than one camera is that, you know, even with the injury I suffered this past fall and so forth, and having more than one camera should still allow me to do the same type of fieldwork videos that I've done in past years. I think I'll be able to make that work. And as long as we're on the topic of that, this arm here is the one that I'll have more on a more permanent basis. I mean, that's what's considered the final arm for the most part, you know. So I mean, things do still tend to wear out over time, but we're almost to the point now to where I won't have to go see the prosthesis every couple of weeks like I have been, to have things adjusted, you know. I saw him today, and I'm scheduled to see him again in a week, but, you know, I mean, just to tweak one more thing, and then it'll probably be a while after that before I have to see him again. So, yeah, if I've already been able to start lifting a few heavier things, and, you know, and because the final one was designed to, you know, lift heavier weights, or heavier amounts of weight, that a farmer needs to be able to lift. So, whereas the one I had in the January 2023 update is what was considered a prototype, and there was a weight limit to that with that one, as far as how much lifting you could do with it. So, and that's where somebody, you know, who gets one has to err on the side of caution as far as, you know, what you try to do with it, and make sure you don't try to lift more than what it was made for, and crack something or break a piece off or anything like that. So, whereas this final one that I have now we don't have to worry so much about that anymore, you know, because it's made to lift the type of weight that a farmer needs to be able to lift. So yeah, for the most part, you know, like I say, I got one more visit with the prosthesis, you know, so that he can tweak one more thing, and then we're basically off to the races, you could say, and until, you know, for however long it takes before something, you know, before the roofing component would wear out, you know, which hopefully would happen later than sooner, you know, just because you don't want to have to keep running in too often to see them. You'd rather spend that time doing other things. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys are curious about something, then feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'll do my best to get you as accurate of a response as I can. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, having me fill you guys in on what all to look for as far as content goes. Be sure to click on the like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to click on the subscribe button. Then once you're subscribed, then be sure to click on the bell. You'll be notified whenever a new video is posted. Be sure to follow Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel on Facebook as well. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you later.